Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. You can hear me? Okay, thank you, Roxanne. All right, so happy Monday, happy 9th of December. Just a quick reminder that auto ships run tonight. So check in with your 10th auto ship people. Today we're going to start with our morning gratitude. So something that you were grateful for that happened in the last 24 to 36 hours. Skye and I were talking about this prior to Zoom this morning because obviously we FaceTime all the time. And I went to bed last night with a sore neck. So I woke up to an even sore neck and shoulders and frozen pipes. Country living in Canada, my father-in-law and my husband said that they dealt with the situation in the fall. So I was very grumpy this morning, as you know, Skye can attest. But then she made me realize that I was able to brush my teeth with the little dribble of water that was coming out of my pipe. So for that, I'm very thankful, because like my day doesn't start unless I've showered and brushed my teeth, and obviously haven't been able to shower. We have no water. Our pipes are frozen. So the little things like that you are grateful for turn your whole day into perspective. So yes, I may have a sore neck. I may not be able to move my neck left and right and up and down today, but being able to brush my teeth, that for that few minutes made my day that much better. Corey, you've been up since 4 a.m. and you've gotten so much work done. Girl, I'm so proud of you.
Trust me, it wasn't like one of those like, oh, well, I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. It was my boyfriend's going and getting up, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Well, I told you I had to get up early. Yeah, well, early for you is normally like 5, 6 o'clock. So
Yeah,
it's like, all right, I guess we're getting up. Thank God for Thrive.
right. We've all had those days. I mean, my husband is in construction, like he's a technical and mechanical and civil engineer. So in Canada, we have what we all jokingly say, if there's any other Canadians on here, you understand. We have 3 seasons. We have winter, which is ice and snow, and we have fall and rain, or we have construction. So I've had those 4 a.m. days. I've had 2 a.m. mornings. Like I feel that 100%. But soon with baby coming, I'll have even earlier days, I think. Skye, what are you grateful for today?
I am grateful that, I guess I'm kind of in the same boat. It's Monday. It's really early. I just took my jumper cables. I've also been up since 4:30, but I didn't take them until just recently. So I feel like my brain is just starting to work. But I am grateful that I have a puppy living today, and they're going all the way to Connecticut. So the woman made it here to Minnesota safely. So I'm so grateful for that. She got in last night, and we're going to meet up today. Scheduling, we're still working on. So grateful that she's very flexible and willing to work with me and my work schedule. And yeah, I guess that's all I got. I mean, we didn't get any snow over the weekend, so I'm grateful for that too. So hopefully we've got good roads today.
You're really going to bring the snow into this conversation.
Hey, I am a Minnesotan. We make small talk by talking about the weather. Okay. So, like, when we don't know what else to say, we just start talking about the weather.
So anyone who knows me, knows that I haven't had snow until recently. Nova Scotia got snow on Friday night into Saturday, and I sent a picture to Skye because I was unimpressed. Okay, we normally get snow in like November. Bear with us. I was unimpressed. I was like, no, you can take it back, because she's had snow all this whole time. It was a joke this weekend that we've been sending back and forth. So we're going to jump right into our Good Morning Vibe Tribe news. This weekend, we had free shipping. So who utilized that? How did you promote it? I messaged all of my customers. I shot it up in my stories. I made a post about it. I actually got 6 orders in, 2 orders in on my account, 4 in on the husband's account. So like that was a big deal for us. What else? How else did we promote that? Word of mouth. Like my husband's friends were all over, and a bunch of them thrive with us. So we flat out said like free shipping, and like I kind of goofed a little and it said like free shipping ends at midnight on Friday night, and a bunch of them ordered Friday. So like, I don't condone that, but also if it helps you guys and like putting that time crunch down, that will help. Ultimate Thriver, the last day to sign up, I believe, is the 10th. So that is tomorrow. It is fastly approaching. Keep an eye on your emails because it is January, and Paul and Jason like to throw us some treats in January, February. Other than that, let's jump into our topic. And Skye is going to start us off. We're going to talk about groups, you guys, and how to grow your business in the groups. Oh, Elaine, there is a call tonight. You were right. There is a corporate call tonight with Jason and I believe Paul. I don't know the time. Elaine, do you know that? Anyone got it on their phone? I can look. So
I feel like it's like 7 p.m. Eastern time.
yeah,
But I could be wrong. I don't know.
7 p.m. CST.
Oh,
Central?
yeah, that's Central time.
Okay, because I know it's like 9 or 10 my time. And I'm in Atlantic, so like I'm in a completely different time zone than all of you.
Careful of the blanket because it's hooked up. So,
All right, so Skye, unmute and tell us how you run groups.
Okay. So groups. Gosh, where should I start? Okay, so I think that groups are great all the way around when it comes to, you know, we all have our 5 things, and we're probably stronger in some of those areas than other areas. Like, for example, like my biggest area for me would be like my dogs and my Shih Tzus. And like my kind of my lower area might be more like makeup, motivation, just kind of like those fun things. But the biggest thing about groups is that, and like having your 5 things for me, is that that 5th thing I kind of leave almost open for what is currently going on kind of in my life, because it's not like there's something going on today and it's going to be different tomorrow. Like things kind of run together and it'll be the same way for a while. So like a couple of years ago, I redid my backyard, and I went and I got into some like backyard design, backyard oasis type groups. And, you know, I started mingling in there, getting ideas, posting my stuff, you know, made a lot of friends. I haven't been doing anything like that for quite some time. So I wouldn't go into that group now and start talking to probably any of those people unless I was like going to start going back into like designing stuff again. So, but like I kind of keep that 5th thing for whatever's going on, and then I'll go find those groups for that current thing. And, you know, people are going to go to my Facebook from that group and be like, oh yeah, she's doing backyard design right now. So that's kind of how I work groups. You know, and then I'm still in all of like my current groups, that like my big ones, like my dog groups and stuff. And I'm always working in there, and like pretty much all my news feed is groups. Like I don't really see a lot of my friends and stuff. So that's kind of how I know I'm working groups, is that if I get stuck on a scroll hole on my news feed, which I know I shouldn't be doing, I should be working. Everything has a purpose on Facebook or on any social media handle. But if I'm on there, I'm seeing a lot of group stuff and I'm interacting in it. So that's my take on groups.
Yeah, so a lot of people know that obviously like groups are how we grow. One thing like that I'm gonna say like that helps relaunch me at the beginning of the year was I went through all my groups. So like my 5 things. I'm a recently married wife. Obviously recently pregnant, you know, we're starting the parent journey. We're an FIV feline AIDS cat parents. We are now cancer cat parents. Recently our other cat was diagnosed with cancer. And then my 5th one is normally like cooking and baking, but I've gone through all of my groups and left the ones that I'm inactive in. So what that means is like, you know, if you're on Facebook, you're in a group and you say you haven't posted or you haven't like commented in that group for probably about a month, 2 months, I go to the 3 dots and I leave the group. I don't unfollow the group. I just leave the group. I still follow the group. But some people, and I know Skye and I have talked about this, they unfollow the group. They don't leave the group just so that they can stay active in that group. Now, things in life obviously change. Eventually, I won't be a pregnant wife anymore. Eventually, I'll have a newborn. So I'm going to look for those groups about newborn life when that change happens in our lives. One thing about groups is you do want to be posting a genuine post in that group at least once a week. So in my feline AIDS cat group this weekend, I posted, hope everyone's holiday was safe. Hope everyone got their kitty cats a Christmas gift. How are we all doing? How's everyone's health? And I posted a cute picture of Bear being cute. And then I got 130 people comment on that post. And obviously, I'm not going to interact with all 130 people right then and there. I'm going to go choose the first 5, 10 people, comment, go to their recent post in the page, comment, interact with them. Slowly build that relationship with them like that. And then I'm going to shoot them a message saying, oh my God, girl, how is Fluffles doing today? Like, I saw your post in the group. I saw you had to take him to the vet last night. How is he? Like, tell me he's doing okay. And then slowly, by getting in their inboxes, you're going to have that common connection, right? It's not just going to be like awkward to be in their inbox. It's going to be genuine because you know something about their lives. We have this lady who reached out to myself and my husband, Nick, about Precious, our other cat who got cancer. And she's like, girl, like, don't worry. My cat's on the same medication. He's been on it for 4 years. We've seen so much progress. You know, it does take time. And then this weekend, she FaceTimed us and we got to see her cat and see that he is living a normal, healthy life. Well, as healthy as a cat with cancer can live. Let's be real. You know, and my husband was able to ask her questions because Precious is his cat. So being able to have those genuine connections with people that you're meeting in groups makes the transition so much easier, especially with something like pet parents with cancer or feline AIDS, which there is no cure for. So you just be genuine in the group and make sure that you are posting and like commenting on other people's posts, because you don't want to just post and then never post again, right? I try to post in all of my groups at least once a week. Now I am in multiple groups for the same thing. So this weekend I posted in a feline AIDS group. I probably won't post in another feline AIDS group till next week, but I'll also make sure I'm interacting in all 3 of the groups that I'm in for that, right? But you want to have a genuine post. Skye, do you got anything else for that one? She's probably not even near her phone. Anybody get?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't find the unmute button. I did miss what you said though.
I cannot believe you. Anything to add about interacting in the groups?
No, I think that covers it. You know, be, like you said, be genuine, be interacting. I love how groups are set up now that, like, if you're in a group and, you know, you see somebody's post and, you know, it's kind of like an update to something that you can like click it and like go see their, like all you gotta do is click their name and you can see all their posts in that group. So I just love it. Like, I love the way groups are set up now. They're making it just like so easy for us to stay connected with people.
And that's it.
And because of that, keep in mind, like, when somebody clicks your name, they're going to be able to see, like, are you just some fly on the wall in there, like, trying to get people, or are you actually interacting with people? So, like, they're going to be able to see that too.
And like, I know a bunch of the groups that I'm in that there's admins in. If the admins see you post more than like once a month, then they're just automatically going to make an update on your post. Like, they're going to let that post through, versus if you're a fly on the wall and you're not posting at all. right? Like they'll have to read the post and admin the post. So just keep that in mind, you guys, like when you're running your posts. One big thing, like we all know that life changes. You want to make sure that you're either unfollowing those groups that your life is changing from, or you want to leave those inactive groups. Now, that being said, I know it's been said in the past that mom groups, for whatever generic mom you are, there are groups for that. However, not all of them are positive. Okay, there's a lot of negative groups like that. And if you find yourself in that negative group, get out of it as quick as possible. You don't need that negativity in your life. You need to make sure that we are growing in the positive, like we are growing in the right direction. Because without that, like you need to be able to grow. And now some groups, there are like rules and regulations, like you can't just go in and randomly add a bunch of people. It doesn't allow that. So make sure you're reading the rules and regulations of the groups to make sure that you are able to add people. I know for most groups, you can add people after 5 or 10 days or something. So just keep that in mind. Don't try to just join a group and add 30 people, because you're going to get kicked out of that group instantly. Andrea, do you have anything to add on groups? I see you're on here, so picking on you this morning. You might be working out though. Remember, not everyone adds from groups. Like Steffi G just picks a random name every couple of days and chooses like Melanie, and she'll add like 30, 40, 100 people from that name. So like just
sorry to interrupt you.
Go for it.
The one thing that I heard on a Zoom one time, I don't remember when it was, but the lady said in groups, have 2 main groups that you interact in every week, make a post, and then make sure you add 2 friends from each group and start building a relationship with those friends. So if you add 2 friends from each group every day, that's 14 friends a week. So that is like building your network like so easily. So that's one thing that I remember from that call. And I try to do that. I don't think I'm as consistent as that gal, but I felt like it made it simple. 2 friends from 2 groups and keeping it simple, you know?
Yeah, I remember that call. I just don't remember who was speaking. That's the worst part, as I remember that knowledge. Another thing, if you're gonna add, so Andrea, I'm using you as an example. I'm gonna go into a group. Andrea's in it. I'm gonna add Andrea as a friend. We joined because we're moms. Okay, like that's how I found Andrea. I'm gonna make sure that I'm posting life about mom on my Facebook. I'm going to make sure that I'm posting updates of my cats on Facebook, because people want to make sure that they have a genuine connection with you and having that post about being a mom. The other day, I think my post was, oh my God, when does this stop? I keep getting like this butterfly feeling in my stomach. This baby needs to stop dancing. I'm done. And so many people commented saying, wait, it only gets better. Wait until the baby's kicking you in the bladder. And I was like, I'm not ready for that at all, you guys, like ever. The post that I made Saturday about setting up the baby's corner, like, cause like our house is really small right now. We're in the process of expanding the house, or the area that we're currently living in. It's crazy over here right now. And I made a post about that, and people were like, oh, you guys are way ahead of the game. You have 150 days till the baby gets here, blah, 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 blah. People want to give you information on what is going on in your life. So if you're not being genuine with your posts about being a cat mom, about being a newborn mom, about being a toddler boy mom, any of it, how do they know that you're genuine from meeting you in that group? I know Skye posts all the time about the dogs. and her Shih Tzus. I'm always posting about my indoor gardening. I'm always posting about being a cat mom, about being who I am outside of Thrive. Yes, you'll see an occasional Thrive post on my wall. But here's the thing, 9 times out of 10, my Thrive stuff is in my stories. And it's sprinkled in there. It's not like Thrive, 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 Thrive. No. If you watched my stories from the weekend, you saw that Nick and I went on a hike, that Nick and I got new glasses, that we were playing video games, that we are dealing with Precious and her sickness and trying to medicate her and figuring out the best way to give her medicine. We are setting up baby stuff. Nick organized the baby's dresser yesterday. Okay? Like, that is life. That is what's going on. And you see clips of that in my stories, as well as on my wall. You're not just seeing Thrive, 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 Thrive. So that is how you need to run your groups as well, like on your personal page, as well as in the group. You need to be making those posts about what's going on with that generic thing that you're in a group for. Cooking fails. Slow cooker fails. I did a whole 7.5 months about this. Recipes that I was trying, and I would take little videos of them and be like, was this a fail or was this a success? Do you know how many people started following me on Instagram and Facebook because I was doing food related stuff? Tons, because people want to know quick and easy meals. Find something that you are capable of sharing. It's your niche. It is what you are good at. Cooking and being a cat mom, right here. This whole newborn thing, still not sure if I'm ready for it, guys. But that is being honest on my page, having people give me tips. I learned something this weekend. Do not start a debate on your Facebook wall about cloth diapers or disposable diapers. Do you know how many people are going to get in your inbox about this? I had 830 messages about why I should not use cloth diapers on my child because it is too much work. But then I have people in my inbox saying disposable diapers are horrible for the environment. So that is interaction. That is real and raw. If you have questions about life, throw it up on your Facebook or Instagram, because people will help you, especially if you're adding people from groups like that. I had, and Skye, don't even go there. I had a comment on my Facebook wall about a bunch of the baby stuff that we had bought a couple weeks ago from a family member of my husband's. Do you know how many moms jumped down this chick's throat because she said babies only need to have onesies, bottles, and a blanket? People will have your backs if you are being real and raw on a post, especially if you are adding people from those groups. Now, is it easy to be vulnerable on your Facebook page? No. And you don't have to be vulnerable to the point that you're like, guys, I'm having a mental breakdown. You can be like, guys, I don't know what I need to do. I'm not ready to have this baby. I'm not ready to be a cat mom. Give me tips on how to be the perfect cat mom, or what are the top 10 things you need for your cat. People will get in your inbox, people will comment, and some of those posts will go on for about a week on your Facebook page as well as in a group. So groups are a very big part of how I grow my business and how Skye grows her business. Andrea grows her business in groups as well. Most Thrivers do. So get in a group, and if you are in, do not get overwhelmed with groups, because you can get overwhelmed. If you're in mom groups that, a toddler girl mom, I would be in 2 groups for that. If you're in cat mom groups, be in 2 groups for that. Now, please note that there are going to be other Thrivers in those groups. Keep in mind, there are hundreds of thousands of us Thrivers. Workout groups, same thing. You're going to find a lot of Thrivers. You're going to find a lot of people. Keep interacting with those, not just the Thrivers. Okay, interact with other people. If I'm going to go into a group and I know Elaine is a thriver as well as like a workout queen, yeah, I'm going to like and love on her post, but I might not comment on her post. I know that, you know, Andrea is an amazing toddler mom, and she's going to post a picture of her son, and I'm going to be like, girl, I'm so proud of you. Keep it up. That might be all I comment. But if I know somebody else that isn't a thriver, I'm going to go genuine, girl, like, I'm so proud of you. Look what amazing things you're doing for your child. We see you. Be genuine with those comments. If it's a thriver, be short and sweet. But if it is a non-thriver, be genuine with that person because you want to build that relationship. Is there any questions about groups? You can unmute, guys. If you are in like 30 groups, I would suggest cutting it down a little bit, especially if you're not being interactive and intentional with your time in groups. I'm in, I think it's 10 groups, but I interact almost every day in a group of one of the topics. Any questions? All right. Well, that was all for our Zoom, you guys. Those of us that are here live, stay live. Those of us that are catching the replay, Shannon will have the replay up by tomorrow. We will talk to you guys on Wednesday with Sonia Lemoyne coming in hot and ready to relaunch. Stay tuned.